31-year-old Oninda Romelus is accused of shooting all 4 of her children early Saturday morning. Investigators say she drove nearly an hour from her home in Porter to this gas station in Angleton and then called 911.
We need multiple ambulances.
What would drive a parent to take a dark path, harming the very family they promised to protect? On October 4, 2025, just before 5 a.m., a mother drove her 4 children over an hour away from their home in the middle of the night. She stopped at a Shell gas station, pumped gas, and minutes later called 911. Deputies arriving at the scene found all 4 children injured, with 2 of them beyond help.
We're doing first aid. We're doing everything we can.
The woman behind this tragedy was their mother. But what could make a mother capable of turning on her own children? This is Fatal Family Network. Like, comment, and subscribe. Every case touches family. 31-year-old Oninda Romelus was born on June 18, 1994. Originally from Haiti, she eventually made Atlanta, Georgia her home for several years. It appeared she was working to establish a stable life, but turmoil seemed to follow her at every turn. Back in 2013, she found herself on a television program known The Issue at Hand. She had an 18-month-old son, and the identity of his father remained unknown. She arrived at the courthouse with 2 potential fathers. Both men were possibilities since she had been intimate with each of them during the same 2-week period. Dwayne Seymour was the first. He had been her fiancé for 4 years. Jeremy Covington was the second. She described him as a mutual friend. Her account in court was that Dwayne had been unfaithful, though he maintained his innocence. Seeking payback, she admitted to being intimate with Jeremy. Then she got pregnant. When the baby arrived, Jeremy's name went on the birth certificate. The DNA results revealed neither Dwayne Seymour nor Jeremy Covington fathered the child. A mystery third man existed. Someone who had gotten her pregnant and then vanished without a trace. Her life continued in Atlanta, where she went on to have 3 additional children. Each child had a different father. A 2022 arrest in Fayette County, Georgia, marked another troubled chapter. At some point during these years, Child Protective Services became involved with her family. While those case details remain confidential, CPS had prior contact before. Despite this history, custody of the children remained with her. In 2025, she determined a change of scenery was necessary. Gathering her 4 children, she relocated from Georgia to Texas. They settled in Porter, a small town in Montgomery County. Their time there had only spanned a few months. Her oldest child was 13-year-old Okarreo, the same boy from that paternity court appearance years earlier. The other 3 were 9-year-old Kylie, 8-year-old Treviel, and 3-year-old Amara, the youngest. During her time in Texas, she maintained the appearance of running a legitimate business. OKT Tax Preparation was the name of her tax service. Regular posts and professional-looking materials gave the impression of a thriving enterprise. Meanwhile, her personal online presence told a different story. Family photos were notably absent from her social media accounts. No birthday posts acknowledging her kids, no back-to-school pictures or moments with her children. Instead, her feed featured club outings, mirror selfies, and luxury items. Her profile included this statement: "Tried to be a law-abiding citizen, it doesn't fit me. I like fast money, catch me somewhere on the road running and chasing a check." On September 27, 2025, she made another concerning post. She wrote, "'Cause what it really do. You're not a bad person if you're a terrible mother. To all my mamas handling business, and did handle business this week, baby go to happy hour. Forget them kids." This was a mother to 4 children. Those who followed her treated it as harmless humor. Standard mom talk, they thought. But this was no joke. How does a parent reach a point where their own children become expendable? What breaks that fundamental family bond? In the early morning hours of October 4, 2025, she put all 4 children into her vehicle and began driving. By 5 a.m. she had arrived at a Shell gas station located off Highway 288 in Angleton. Security cameras captured her exiting the white Audi. She approached the fuel pump seemingly engaged in a phone conversation. After returning to her vehicle, she paused at the rear window before going back to the driver's seat. At precisely 4:48 a.m., the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office received a call. Oninda Romelus was on the line, requesting deputies come to where she was. Authorities reportedly received no details about the emergency they were heading toward. Upon arrival, they discovered a white vehicle positioned at a gas pump. The car continued running, with every door still open. Outside the vehicle stood Oninda. What deputies found inside was devastating. A white sheet was over a child on the ground behind the car. Another sheet covered a second child between the vehicle and the pump. First responders immediately began life-saving efforts while calling for additional medical support. Then they realized more children remained inside.
We need multiple ambulances. We're doing first aid. We're doing everything we can.
13-year-old Okarreo sat slumped in the front passenger seat. Medical intervention came too late for him. 3-year-old Amara in the back seat had also passed. 8-year-old Treviel and 9-year-old Kylie were rushed by helicopter to Memorial Hermann Hospital in Houston.
13-year-old Okarreo Covington had been killed, and 3-year-old Amara Chappelle also died in the back seat. Officers rushed to help the 2 surviving children, 9-year-old Kylie Romelus and 8-year-old Treviel Donner. Both were airlifted to Memorial Hermann Hospital fighting for their lives.
Initial attempts to speak with Oninda resulted in her backing away from officers. She was detained at that moment and questioning commenced. Though reportedly alert and conscious, her statements lacked coherence. Her eyes moved around nervously. After being read her Miranda rights, she confirmed she wanted to keep talking. Investigators asked her why she contacted 911. Initially, she claimed she couldn't discuss it. Persistent questioning eventually drew out her response. She allegedly stated, "Instead of them doing it to me, I'm gonna do it to them." "What specifically?" the investigator asked. She reportedly answered, "Hurt them all." She allegedly stated she hadn't dialed 911 at all. She said she had called the devil. When asked about her children's whereabouts, she replied they were with the devil. Seeking clarification, the investigator asked what that meant. Her alleged response was that they're gone, 'cause you can't take me without me taking you.
Court documents said she told investigators, "Instead of them doing it to me, I'm gonna do it to them." When asked, "Do what?" she reportedly replied, "Kill them all." She also told investigators she didn't call 911. She called the devil. She told detectives her children were with the devil. She went on to tell them they're dead. When asked what she meant by what she said, she replied, "You can't take me without me taking you."
Law enforcement discovered multiple weapons in her possession. Right there at the gas station, she was taken into custody and transported to Brazoria County Jail. Formal charges followed that same day, 2 counts on first-degree charges, 1 charge for Okarreo, another for Amara. Additionally, 2 assault charges were filed concerning Treviel and Kylie. Bond was established at $5 million for each charge, with $2 million for each assault charge. The total reached $14 million. Home security footage from across the street reportedly showed several individuals leaving Oninda's residence. Among them were figures small enough to be children. At 2:30 in the morning, they entered a vehicle parked beside the Tesla in her driveway before leaving. Porter to Angleton represents about an hour of travel time. Investigators believe the incident occurred at some point during that journey. Law enforcement confirmed what seemed obvious. Evidence indicated the vehicle served as the location where the incident occurred, with the mother responsible. Yet major questions remained unanswered. What motivated the hour-long drive? What transpired between Friday evening and Saturday morning? What drove her to this? The investigation expanded. Montgomery County Sheriff Wesley Doolittle provided assistance since her home fell under his jurisdiction. Officers went to the Spear Valley Lane residence. 12 straight hours were spent documenting, photographing, and gathering evidence. A vehicle in the driveway was impounded. The search uncovered an identity theft scheme. Reports indicate over 30 social security cards, 30 fraudulent IDs, 15 credit cards, 15 blank check packages, multiple computers, laptops, printing equipment, passports, mobile phones, and treasury checks bearing that address with various names. Some identification allegedly displayed different names paired with her photograph, while others showed her name with alternate photos. Various stages of completion suggested an active production line. A dedicated office space contained shipping materials and document creation equipment. Online, her friends defended her, insisting her tax business operated legitimately. Perhaps an explanation existed. As far back as April 2024, she had actually accused a different tax preparer of fraudulent practices. Her claim involved being owed over $80,000 in preparation fees. However, no legitimate reason exists for producing dozens of fake identifications at different completion stages. Neighbors began speaking with media outlets. Stories emerged about seeing the children that previous Friday. Some reportedly never interacted with Oninda directly but regularly observed the kids. Okarreo earned descriptions as a sweet child, often picking up his younger sister from school. Watching him care for her and fulfill his big brother role touched people. Initially, officers searched the property for a reported 17-year-old. Supposedly a fifth child remained unaccounted for. Family members expressed complete confusion about this claim. Only 4 children existed. No 17-year-old could be found. In December 2024, she had made a post where she wrote, "This past week, the devil has sent his minions to irritate and annoy me. I'm just glad I ignored them, because the way I'm heading, it's jail or somewhere else. Thankful I've made it this far." Another post referenced a spring break vacation with her children. A drink appeared in the photo captioned, "I had to soon as I got off the flight because these kids ain't worth nothing." On her birthday in June 2025, she posted about entering a new phase of life. She said it was her peace and soft girl era. According to her post, her existence reflected God's goodness and mercy. 4 months later, 2 of her children are gone. Her choices led directly to that outcome. Texas Department of Family and Protective Services intervened. Confirmation came that one previous interaction with Oninda had occurred, though specifics remained confidential. Their investigation focused on ensuring the surviving children's safety and well-being moving forward. What pushes a parent to harm their own family? Her posts consistently revealed someone exhausted by motherhood. Self-interest dominated her priorities, while her children represented obstacles. In her view, they prevented her from accessing the lifestyle she craved. The happy hours, the independence, the carefully crafted online image. Multiple children existed whose fathers remained unknown to her. Reports suggest at least one father received a prison sentence after conviction. Another father faced arrest and serious charges. That mystery father from paternity court. His identity remains unknown even now. These circumstances explain her sole custody situation. Fathers were either imprisoned or entirely absent. Eventually, she reached a breaking point. Rather than involving protection services, she chose an unthinkable path. A grandfather of the children reportedly contacted media. He verified that 3-year-old Amara was his granddaughter. The 8-year-old boy was also his grandchild. Her booking into Brazoria County Jail included the standard mugshot photograph. Charges related to the fake identification documents and fraud have not been officially filed yet. Additional charges seem likely. The case against her is strong. Her own recorded statements to investigators, the 2 surviving children who witnessed everything, the gas station surveillance footage, her social media posts, every piece points in one direction: toward her. The question remains, why did she do this? What transforms a mother into someone capable of such acts? Did years of accumulated resentment finally overflow? Was single parenthood of 4 children simply too much pressure? Did financial strain from allegedly operating an illegal business push her over the edge? Could a new romantic interest who rejected her children have influenced her? Or does pure selfishness provide the only explanation? Further investigation will likely answer some of these questions. This is Fatal Family Network. Like, comment, and subscribe. Every case touches family.